Hey everybody, it's your girl Momo. Yeah, I'm in bed, but I something's on my spirit, so I'm gonna say exactly this message, and I pray that people feel what I'm saying and understand and can relate to it, and it may change how you look at some things. So I have best friends that I still interact with from elementary, junior high, high school. From jobs I've had, I still have those people in my life. If you really good in my life, if I have you as a friend, you're a friend forever. If you do something that offends me, I get over it eventually and I become back your friend. But I don't hold grudges, and I'm going to tell you why. When you hold a grudge, you're basically saying you cannot forgive that person. But as I've been reading my Bible, the Bible tells me to forgive others as the Almighty has forgiven me of the sins I committed. That makes sense. I remember a time where one of my best friends came to me and asked if I could write them a letter of character letter. And I was happy to oblige. I was happy to accommodate them in that request. So I wrote up this letter for my best friend and said these things about them, which was all true. Years ago, people had to write character letters for me when I had to go to court. I'm saying all of that because defamation of character means someone is saying you are all these things that you are not, and the letter is basically to say, hey, this person is not like what they're saying this person is. When social media became something of convenience for us to be able to create a page for ourselves, add people that we knew, people were able to follow us, we were able to follow them, and so forth. I'm originally from California, but when I got married, I moved to another state. So when I created my pages were created simply for my family to see my kids interact with me and my family and let them know, hey, we're okay, we're doing fine. So I will post things for celebrations like birthdays, graduations, new born babies, if I had kids, which I have 5. So I posted quite a few births when I purchased my new home, when I had got a new car, things like that, just so that I could keep up with my family and they could keep up with me. That was a very convenient way to do it. Long story short, when COVID came and the world basically shut down, everybody was inside the home, including celebrities. When you start looking at celebrities' posts and you see how some of them are insecure, some of them are immature, and some of them are idiots, it makes you wonder, could you be friends with these people in real life? Now, me personally, I've never met Puff Sean Combs, Puffy, Puff Daddy, Diddy, whatever the hell that man name is. Excuse me here, because I know he's changed his name quite a few. I've never met that man, never been associated with him, affiliated with him, so I don't know him personally. However, I remember recalling the first time I saw him was on a Stacy Lattisaw video. So I knew he was a choreographer for Stacy Lattisaw. I later seen him on other videos, so I could relate him to other artists. So I knew he was in the music business. I sing for a living, and I do from time to time MC, and I can dance. So I do all of that. So if I ever was to have been in the industry, we would have met, but we've never met. I'm saying all of this to say, right now, what's going on with that man, if you know that what they're saying about this man is not true, and they're defaming his character, and you say you're his friend, now would be a time to speak up and say, hey, I want to speak up on behalf of my friend who is this way and he always was this way to me. And because what happens to our people, we jump on these bandwagons and we start tearing each other down. You want to know why our people can't get along? Because we're haters. We're the biggest haters because we learned that behavior from somebody who was hating. And that's the truth in it. Originally, our people are peacemakers. But when you start hanging around haters, it's contagious and you become a hater. I don't know this man personally, so I wouldn't speak on him because I can't speak on someone I don't know personally. However, if I was this man's friend and he's going through a tough time right now, two things I would be doing: praying for him and speaking up on his behalf. Seriously. Only cowards back out and run the other way when trouble comes. But a brave person will stand up and take a stand and say, hey, this is wrong. Remember when Bill Cosby was put on blast? Everybody knew this man to be this, all these beautiful things. But when his case came about all of a sudden he's this monster. Same with R. Kelly. R. Kelly tells his story. He says the mental anguish that he had to go through as a child. So, of course, there are going to be things missing out of his life because he didn't have proper guidance, proper upbringing. And that is the truth in that. So, if he was whatever y'all painted him out to be, if you knew him personally, that should have been a time for y'all to step up and say, these things are not like this person. This person don't act like this, yada, yada, yada. When y'all say that a person is under the influence of drugs and alcohol, you guys all know that when you drink, when you take substances, it alters your way of thinking. So, if this person was drinking all the time, hey, if I'm your friend, I'm going to be like, hey, you doing too much. You need to chill. But I'm never going to put you on blast or, you see what I'm saying? Do you get it? You guys should understand. This right now is a time for us to understand what it means about prayer. Prayer works because pray for one another because you do not know what battles we're battling. Everybody's battling something. No one's better than the other. But for us to talk about the person when they're going through their most worst times, to me, is selfish. It's just, it's wrong. So right now, this is not our time to be comedians because everybody want to be a comedian. If I was a comedian in real life, I would not like that job right now because everybody's trying to take over my field. Real talk. Everybody's a comedian. You listen, if somebody posts something right now, read the comments. Everybody got a little smirky, smart little comment to make. I be like, really? My whole thing is this. I bet you wouldn't say it to my face. That's me. Because this is how I am. In real life and on social media, I don't pretend to be anything I'm not. Because I don't have to pretend. I'm not a clout chaser. I don't care who's famous, who's not. Never been my thing. Yes, I do know a lot of famous people, but they know me too. So it ain't no one-sided. Trust and believe. I say all of that to say, because I treat people with respect and love, they show me that same love and respect back. Excuse me. These allergies in Georgia is really hard to deal with. But long story short, y'all, let's get it together and grow up. One. Number two, Reach out to one another because everybody is going through stuff. So, funny how when people didn't get their way, now all of a sudden they're the victims. I don't play victim because when you become a victim, you stay a victim and everything is always not your fault. Nope. Sometimes you have to own accountability to the stuff you participated in. So the parties that Puffy had, he wasn't in there by himself. So if you was at the parties, clearly you wanted to be there. So stop playing victim. Yeah, your monies was running low now, so all of a sudden, oh, you get what I'm saying? Y'all need to pay attention to what the stuff y'all post because we all can see it. What y'all was in love 10 years ago with this man. Now all of a sudden he's the boogeyman. Really? Things to make you go, Peace and blessings.